live coverage of the NBA here on 2K Sports. A happy Sunday evening to you and yours. Joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And we'll be getting the inside story tonight. Shams Charania is joining us at the broadcast table. Shams, it is so great to have you by our side.
Kevin, thank you so much. It's great to be here. I always love to follow the game, talk about the game. It should be a lot of fun tonight.
You'll give great insight. We can't wait to get going. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
So the opening lineup for the Heat. Rozier's out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Jaquez in at the 4 spot. And for Minnesota, Conley and Edwards are the guards. Randall out there with McDaniels. And it's Gobert in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Hey, Shams, the Heat seem to always be in that area of making a big move, thinking about a big move, certainly seeing what could be out there. What's your sense? Are they trying to shake up their core right now?
The Heat always feel like they are close to competing and really trying to get to the cusp of winning a championship. The question is, can they find another star player to bring to this group? Are they willing to move the assets? And do they have the complementary pieces to go get that star player? But the Heat, we've seen it over the last 4 or 5 years. They're a team that has one thing in mind, and that's winning a championship.
And they can be scary when they get to the playoffs.
Playing the regular season is one thing for this Heat group. They know when the lights are shining the brightest, they can turn it up another level in the playoffs. That's what Eric Spoelstra brings.
Here's Adebayo. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Gobert with the defensive effort. Edwards with it. Picked up by Rozier. Edwards' shot is good.
And this is exactly what you want Edwards to do, using his athleticism to score on tough defense inside.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. Now, I asked Coach what the game plan was when it comes to defending Jimmy Butler, and he said to me, we have to make sure we match his energy level. Jimmy is one of those guys that goes all out every second. We want our guys to do the same on D. It won't be easy, but they think they found a way to contain him, guys.
Thank you, David. Here is Conley. Following the basket by Bam Adebayo. Edwards drives in. It's blocked. They get it back. And so just over a minute and a half played. Richardson outside. That 3 off the mark. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's McDaniels, and he banks in the layup.
Basically just ignored that contact inside. Really tough finish by McDaniels.
Outside Rozier. To the paint, here's Butler. Minnesota with the rebound.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Bounce pass Conley. Randall down low. Jaquez defending. Randall no good. Edwards against Rozier. Adebayo with the screen on Edwards. Rozier for 3. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Hey, Shams, for the past decade that you've been a major player in the NBA, it's been LeBron's league, it's been Curry's league. Who else is going to take over this league, you think, coming up around the corner?
Given the NBA Finals we just had, have to throw in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Doncic into the fold as far as faces of the NBA. But Nikola Jokic is so good. He will be one of the guys for a while. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have to mention him as well. But ultimately, you have to also keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama, the way that Victor Wembanyama could take over the league. And already, so early, was so special. Victor Wembanyama is someone to keep an eye on.
Okay, they just passed a note down to me, our gang here. What about Anthony Edwards at Minnesota? He's another one, right? Young American player who is really making an impact.
Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, you have to consider those two as well. And it's special, the crop of young players that we have coming up in this league. One of them is sure to emerge as this generation's, whether you want to call him Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, there will be a face out of this crop.
And we cannot wait. Butler passes to Jaquez. Richardson kicks to Butler. Just 5 on the clock. Puts up a deep 3. Randall grabs the board.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Oh, here's Edwards. It's hauled in by Richardson.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Back to Jaquez. Again, the miss by the Heat. Timberwolves leading by 6. Outside Conley. With some arc.
Richardson showing you his defensive anticipation there with the block shot.
Rozier into the lane. Off target there with the little leaner. Timberwolves have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Conley finds Randall. And then Randall slams it in.
You got to have guts and hops to pull off a dunk like that. Randall got a lot of both.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. And Shams, nothing gets a workout like your phone. We're here, we're talking NBA, we're watching this game. We got this great group here courtside. You've got 2 phones working, and I'm sure there's a third hidden in your bag. Can you estimate how many texts do you send and receive a day? Is there even a number we can put with that?
Kevin, how many texts do you get a day related to NBA info? You're coming at me. You know the job is, it's hundreds of messages flooding my phone on a daily basis. And the screen time usually in busy seasons tends to be closer to 18 to 20 hours. But this is what we sign up for. This is what we love to inform the audience.
Oh, and I know you love every second of it.
Well, you go back and look at the career that Jimmy Butler's had. Hard to believe that he was the 30th pick of the draft when he came out of college. You got to say that scouts kind of missed on that one.
And he's good on the second. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Timberwolves. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
And there were a few teams that gave them trouble last year, but this team was one that you wouldn't have expected.
Well, what you will expect is that they will have added motivation for this game. They want to prove that they should be the favorite to win against any team they face.
Last outing for Miami, it was a loss to the Nuggets in Ball Arena.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the boards.
You know, I think that was the big difference in the game. One team was pounding the glass relentlessly, while the other team, not so much.
Timberwolves leading by 6. Randall with the ball. 17 points for him last game against Portland. To the left side wing. McDaniels. Good on the triple. McDaniels got 5 points so far.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Jaquez outside. Butler against McDaniel. And it's Rozier missing.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. And again, Miami with the triple.
Perhaps not the forte of Butler's game, but he does have the range to hurt you from the perimeter.
For Minnesota, they've gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Adebayo against Gobert. Conley feeling it out. Shot clock at 6. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. So, Shams, when the league brought in that 65-game played rule, it sure seemed to motivate players to suit up.
Those awards aren't just about prestige, Kevin. They're about cold, hard cash. And every summer, we're going to see records set for the biggest contract in NBA history. Every summer that goes by, and that certainly has an effect on players wanting to play and players being in the lineup. Now with the 65 games played rule, there is an incentive for all NBA team and different accolades.
Yes, well said.
And Conley's a guy that leads by example. And as a result, his teammates respect and trust him completely.
Robinson's checked in for Rozier. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. Rudy Gobert is second.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Here's Richardson. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Robinson. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Don't take your eyes off Bam. When he comes off the floor, he gets up and the slams are just too good to miss.
Minnesota leading by 5. Outside Conley. And here's Randall. Clock at 6. Edwards. And Adebayo sends it back.
And got to be careful shooting around Adebayo. An athletic big man who gets up as fast as anybody to block shots. And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Now here's Edwards. He's coming off a 34-point game against Portland.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
The Heat trail by 5. Here's Butler. It's hauled in by Edwards. The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. All right, Shams, I know you can't reveal all your secrets, but how do you develop relationships with your sources, the players, the agents, the GM, the scouts all over the NBA?
It comes year after year. This has been something I've been doing for the better course of the last 15 years. So for me, it's about relationships, it's about daily communication, and making sure that I keep the trust, I keep the faith, and I keep a level of respect with everyone that I come across. Relationships are the name of the game, especially in the NBA.
Well, that's what I've heard about you. They trust you. So if they're going to confide, they know they can trust you. I would think that would be maybe the core of how you operate.
Trust and faith, and that develops early, not taking shortcuts. I'm very much for the long game.
Outstanding. And it's the Heat with the ball, trailing by 4. Richardson kicks to Adebayo. Adebayo with this screen on Edwards. Back to Adebayo. Gobert with the block.
Love the way Gobert goes after shots. He blocks quite a few and alters many more.
And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
And some changes here for the Heat. Ware's checked in, and it's Burks in for Jimmy Butler. Burks for three. Julius Randle with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 4. Here's DiVincenzo. Buries it down low.
Hey, hard to get upset at the defense. DiVincenzo just making a tough shot look elementary.
Here's Robinson. Pass to Christopher. To the inside. And here's Burks. Just 4 to shoot. From deep. Christopher, no good. Now here's Randle. Defense is right there. Dillingham. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randle. And now it's an 8-point Timberwolves lead.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Here's Robinson after the basket by Minnesota. Ware passes to Christopher. Throws it up high. Deflects the pass. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Terry Rozier's checked in for Miami. 5 on the clock. Here's Ware. A three-pointer, no good. Timberwolves leading by 8. And we saw some players banged up down the stretch last season, Shams.
I'm told that there was a focus on maybe allowing some more flexibility in physicality. It definitely upped the intensity some, and I think that's what the fans want. But there are going to be some trade-offs, and that includes the free throw rates, that includes game time, and in the long haul, adding some more physicality and adding some more attention to detail defensively and allowing defenders to play more and defend more. That should be good for the game.
Yeah, those were good trends, I would agree. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. And so here is Miami following the 3 by Minnesota. Kept alive. Pass to Robinson. Here's Ware. Burks looking around. They could use a bucket. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Randle outside. Now Reed. 23 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Burks with the steal. Pass to Adebayo. Rozier for 3. Buries it from three-point range.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Randle down low. Puts one up from 19. And that does it for the first quarter. The Timberwolves on top, up by 5. From Target Center, back in a moment. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
Well, I've liked their assertiveness inside. They've been getting that way and playing that way the whole time, setting the tone right away that the inside area is their territory.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
On the court for Miami here in the second. You've got Rozier. Alec Burks is out there with Butler. Then it's Duncan Robinson. And it's Ware in its center. Shot's good by Alexander Walker.
That kind of power move has become a trademark of his.
And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Miami Heat. 7-point differential. And as the salary cap looks set to rise significantly, Shams, any major effects that you can anticipate?
It won't be like the year the Warriors signed KD. They're going to smooth the cap's numbers, and it's not going to spike quite the same. But these numbers will continue to get eye-popping when you think about player salary, and you have to keep in mind luxury tax and the new second apron that came into play with the collective bargaining agreement, and that will play a part in how teams build, not putting yourself in a restrictive position to continue to build winning organizations.
A lot of moving parts to contend with, but boy, a lot on the horizon.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
To the hoop, Butler. There it is, his third basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
Driving in, Butler makes excellent use of his speed there, catching the defense off guard.
Minnesota leading by 5. Pass to DiVincenzo. Edwards with the screen for DiVincenzo. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Rozier. In the corner, it's Robinson. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Robinson's got 5.
Excellent pass from Butler right there. That's why he's considered a team leader.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. DiVincenzo finds Edwards. Edwards flashing inside. The layup off target. The Heat trail by 3. And here's Burks. It's rebounded by Dozier. Edwards looking it over. Another miss by Minnesota.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Burks kicks to Rozier. Stolen by Reed. Here's DiVincenzo. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
DiVincenzo showing a lot of heart and strength, taking the foul and still getting the shot to go.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And things can get so intense when NBA rumors start flying, Shams. You know that. The teams are just kind of holding on sometimes for dear life. What is it like when you break a major NBA story, like you've done numerous times?
It's like when your heart skips a beat, Kevin. It's like when you feel like you are in such a rush, and there's a surge of excitement that hits every particle of your body. Every profession obviously has a big payoff, but everything happens so fast. But when it happens, it makes all the hard work worth it. But it certainly brings a great feeling, and I definitely get goosebumps to this day.
You get goosebumps, but the hard work you put in to get that story, I know what you guys go through. It is amazing the hours you spend on it.
365, 24/7.
Wow. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Reed. And here's Edwards from the arc. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. The Heat shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And take a look back at last season, and what a season it was for them from the free throw line. 82% as a group.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season.
Free throw good. Burks. The Heat trail by 3. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. With this stoppage in play, we have a chance now to show you which teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. In the third spot, the Timberwolves.
You know, a solid three-point game can be the cornerstone of an effective offense. I mean, it adds a little pop and punch to what a team is doing offensively. And last year, this team was not made up of just good three-point shooters. They had great three-point shooters.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Now, here is Robinson. He's got 5. Hits the three-point bomb. Rozier's got 6.
Hey, when Terry Rozier is hitting these jump shots, it really widens the driving lanes for him.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. There's a screen. Here's Edwards. Oh, wow!
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
Here's Butler. He's coming off a 40-point game against the Nuggets in Denver. Burks can't get it to go. Alexander Walker with the ball. Butler covering. Edwards against Burks. Reed the pass to Edwards. Shot clock at 5. Burks pulls it in.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And it's Butler missing. Minnesota leading by 4. Here's Edwards.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
And Miami making a change here. Jaquez is checked in. Free throw good, Edwards.
A superstar level talent for sure. Anthony Edwards is awesome, but I like his competitive spirit as much as his skill.
Here's Butler. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Butler's got 11 points.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Conley against Butler. Outside Conley. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Timberwolves have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Tell you what, Conley may not be in his prime from an age standpoint, but I tell you, he is still tremendous as a floor leader, general, and he's a stabilizing presence on this team.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points.
A lot of bounceability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous.
And that one misses.
You know, he gets there so often. Gobert would like to make these at a higher clip.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Here's Ware. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got 4 assists in the game. Timberwolves leading by 6. Pass to Edwards. Now here's Gobert. Hawkes defending. Gobert dishes to Edwards. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. 11 points for Anthony Edwards. Down low, here's Hawkes.
And there's a reason Gobert has led the league in block shots.
The Heat shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Take break. Take break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Minnesota making some changes. Julius Randle comes in for Naz Reid. And it's McDaniels in for Dante DiVincenzo. Good on the second free throw. Here is Conley. Randle outside. Gobert with a screen on Hawkes. Here's Randle. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Plays with nice force. I mean, Randle heading to the line now.
The Timberwolves have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6. No good on the free throw.
And, you know, the impressive ascension of Randle has been a lot of fun to watch. I mean, he's a double-double threat who plays with relentless energy.
Adebayo is checked in for Miami. Josh Richardson comes in for Robinson. He hits the second from the line. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Miami. Trailing here by 8. Pass to Hawkes. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Following the score by Miami. Conley the pass to Edwards. Shoots over Burks. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Richardson kicks to Burks. Traps in the tray. And now just a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Conley against Richardson. Conley the pass to Gobert. And oh, here we go. Burks got it. Fast break chance. Here's what the Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Tuesday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Portland, and they'll be taking on the Trailblazers.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Burks. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for the Timberwolves. Heat also with the sub. Rozier's checked in. Good on both.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Josh Richardson's checked in for Miami. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. Rudy Gobert is second.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Minnesota's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Picked by Randall. Over in the corner, Conley. Another miss by Minnesota.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Butler from outside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Randall's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. DiVincenzo hits the bucket. DiVincenzo's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, I like to see when guards come inside. DiVincenzo trying to send a message with that hoop.
Outside Rozier. Pass to Butler. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Randall's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Conley against Richardson. Conley left side. 5 to shoot. Out to the right wing. Here's Randall. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Butler. The Heat trail by 3. Rozier the pass to Butler. Now here's Richardson. Pass to Adebayo. Shoots over DiVincenzo. The shot by Adebayo, no good. The Timberwolves shooting straight 49% from the field. Here's Randall. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Jimmy Butler.
Boy, the creative finishing ability of Randall draws a lot of fouls.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. That free throw good from Randall. Both free throws good from Randall. The Heat trail by 5. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Conley against Richardson. Back to Adebayo. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
That is not a simple finish by any means. Adebayo had to keep his focus. Makes the D think twice about getting physical with him.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark.
One shot.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Now here's Conley. Pass to McDaniels. Randall down low. Is defending, and the shot goes in.
Boy, down low, Randall can throw those 250 LBs around and create havoc. Tough for the defense to slow him down.
The Heat trail by 4. Now Rozier. 6 points for him. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Adebayo's got 9.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
And they were ranked third in three-point shooting. They can burn you from deep as well as they shot it. The three-pointer really has become the focal point of their offense.
And Greg, you talked about their killer defense, holding opponents to the lowest shooting percentage in the league. They just shut teams down. Now here is Conley. Gobert with a screen on Hawkins. Randall passes to Gobert.
Big guys know it's going to get physical inside, so Gobert was ready for the action.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
And we saw it last year, guys, because those numbers were so low. Teams weren't afraid to put him on the line where points were hard to come by for him.
And he can't hit the second. The Heat trail by 3. Here's Rozier. That's short off the rim. Minnesota's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Great D that time from Adebayo.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Connects from three-point range.
Well, the defense not doing a good job at all of getting after him. They've got to crowd him and make it tough for him. That's his second this quarter.
And Randall has got the ball here for the Timberwolves. They've led by as many as 11 points. 124 left in the first half. McDaniels against Butler. Shot clock at 3. Pulls up on the wing. Randall no good. Shams, we appreciate you stopping by. We know you got a lot of things to do, a lot on your plate. Your phone's going bananas. It's lighting up about every 15 seconds. You go take care of that. We'll see you back here next time.
I can always make time for you guys. Kevin, appreciate you guys having me.
Shams Charania, the best. Thank you so much. Great stuff right there from Shams, one of the most plugged-in people in the world of basketball.
Hey, I mean, if something is going down that's big news, Shams is the first to get a hold of it. He knows everybody around the NBA.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. Jaden McDaniels has become an X factor for the Wolves. Mike Conley says, we know what he does defensively, but the offense that he can bring for us balances our unit. It's much needed. Guys tend not to think of him as an offensive player, but he does have that in his game. Kevin?
But I love the reference to an X factor. He definitely is that. All right, David, thank you. Here's Conley. Following the score by Josh Richardson. Conley, and stolen by Richardson. And Richardson slams it in.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that guy.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Heat lead by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
You look at the Timberwolves, they should win this one. But we always talk about these trap games where a team comes in thinking that they could just walk away with it.
especially when the opponent is thirsty, as is the case here. Circling back to our game tonight, Bam Adebayo was on one in that first half.
His performance in the first half, Diesel approved. Plays physical, Diesel approved. Doing most of his damage right at the rim, of course, Diesel approved.
Diesel approved defense. The praise doesn't come any higher than that. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the point guard. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Richardson against Conley. Three-pointer, Butler. Rebound, Minnesota. They get to take on the Blazers of Portland after this one. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Conley's shot is off. The Heat with the lead. Marquez with the ball. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 5 assists tonight.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Butler against McDaniel. Gobert with a screen on Butler. Inside and stolen by Richardson. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
That's all weight room right there. Edwards powers through the contact for the hoop and the harm.
And, Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself.
What I like about his game, as outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Let's see the stat sheet here on Mike Conley. Last year, getting it done. Averaged about 11 points a game, 6 assists and 3 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
Richardson with it. Conley picks him up. Butler. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Clark, if you had one word to describe Mike Conley, what would it be?
Reliable, steadfast, dependable. And I know that's 3, but I wanted to give you 3 different words I could use to describe him. Only 2 seasons in his whole career has he not played at least 50 games. That speaks to durability and professionalism.
The baseline J. Gobert with the block.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Oh, here is Edwards. 14 points for him. Over Rozier. And the basket by Edwards. Edwards got 16.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Butler finds Adebayo. Now Richardson over by Conley. Pass to Butler. Latrey. Butler loves the three-point look.
Shooting with great confidence, Butler fires immediately off the catch.
And here's Edwards. He's got 16. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Randall outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Butler passes to Jaquez. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Edwards. Here's Randall. 11 points in the game. Outside Conley. Has to Gobert. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Gobert, no good on that free throw. Special K, we know the trade for Rudy Gobert took some time to click, but now it's looking like a great move.
Well, you know, figuring out how to play 2 bigs in this day and age with the way the game is played, pretty tricky, a slippery slope. And they stayed with it, to their credit, the Minnesota Timberwolves. And once they got it sorted out, Gobert was a force with his defense and his scoring out of the pick and roll. And I think one of the things undervalued in Gobert's improvement is the addition of Mike Conley. They've got a tremendous relationship, and I think Mike Conley's presence has been a real asset for Gobert as well.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Timberwolves. It's hauled in by Richardson. Richardson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Jaquez outside. Misses the 3. The Timberwolves trail. McDaniels with the ball. And it's Richardson picking him up. McDaniels kicks to Gobert. Conley against Butler. Conley the pass to Edwards. 6 to shoot. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Edwards got 19 points.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
Adebayo with a screen on McDaniels. Trying to get open is Adebayo. Shot's good by Butler. Butler's got 18 points.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Bounce pass Conley. Edwards inside. Rozier defending. Edwards can't hit. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
It's stolen by Edwards. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. Count that one. 13 points in the game.
What a nice burst. Randall changing ends like a guard that time.
Now Butler. 18 points for him. On the wing, Rozier. Outside Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it fly. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Timberwolves have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Here's Randall. And the layup's good off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
And the defense cannot underestimate Randall's strength. Pushes right through the contact and gets the shot.
Outside Rozier. Butler feeling out a bit. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Here's Conley. A shot, no good. Good work defensively by Richardson.
And he's missed every single shot he's attempted today, but somehow they're still in the lead.
How about Terry Rozier flashing the in-between game? Nice.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And the Timberwolves making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. Alec Burks checked in for the Heat. Robinson comes in for Richardson. Here is Edwards. 19 points in the game. Pass to Randall. DiVincenzo with it. There's the three. Burks pulls it in. Miami trailing. Rozier with the ball. 11 points in the game. Adebayo with the elbow. Puts it up from 12. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Here's DiVincenzo. Count it. The defender is called for the block, and this could turn into a three-point play.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Minnesota?
The mid-range game has been there for them all game long, and that old-school approach still getting it done in this one.
And they've also been ferocious inside, really taking advantage in the painted area and making good on those chances.
And Miami making a change here. Ware's checked in. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And, Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And, Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city, plus he's already got a street named after him.
Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
Free throw good, Adebayo. Clark, in terms of young superstars, it doesn't get much better than Anthony Edwards.
Amen to that, partner. Every franchise wants a franchise player. Minnesota, I think, hit the jackpot drafting Edwards first overall back in 2021. Last year, we saw Ant-Man take it to another level, making his first of what I think will be many All-NBA teams.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
Throwing it down. Gobert using all of his height there.
The Heat trail by 5. Here's Jaquez. He has 7. Adebayo with a screen on Randall. Here's Jaquez. It's stolen by Edwards. Here's DiVincenzo. Rebound by the Heat. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That'll be game 4 of this 6-game road trip. Took him no time at all on that one. 8 points for Robinson.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Now here's Edwards. 19 points in the game. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. It's deflected. And it's the Heat on the break. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And again, the turnover by the Heat.
And let's look at the numbers for Anthony Edwards. He's coming off an excellent season. He was around 26 points a game last year, 5 assists and 5 rebounds. And every team wants a scorer to give them a lift off the bench, and that's just what he brings.
Well, he's instant offense. I mean, the game's momentum can be going one way, then bam, his scoring turns the tide.
From past the arc, that's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 6 assists in the game.
Edwards loves those long-range bombs. He's a confident shooter.
Adebayo kicks to Burks. Good ball movement here by the Heat. It's stolen by Gobert, and they're running. Here's Edwards. Edwards at the rim.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
The Heat trail by 7. Burks, the pass to Robinson. Back to Burks. Beyond the arc. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. And here is DiVincenzo. He's got 12. Out to Edwards. Launches it. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 16th rebound on the night. 13 feet away. It's hauled in by Edwards.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
Such a wide-open look. And now a 10-point Timberwolves lead.
Mike Conley is one of those guys who simply worked himself into being an outstanding three-point shooter.
Adebayo kicks to Burks. To the inside. Here's Ware. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Julius Randle picks one up.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And the first one at the line is good. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg, that's some big dough.
Is it ever? And remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
1:07 left in the third quarter. Gobert against Burks. Here's Butler. Outside for Robinson. And again, it's the Heat missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stop.
Rising up for the throwdown. Major hops from Edwards.
The Heat trail by 11. Pass to Ware, and here's Burks. Here's Butler. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now, here's DiVincenzo. Defense right on him. It's blocked. Burks on the wing. 9 points in the game so far. Gobert pulls it in. Randle outside. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. He's up to 26 points in the game now, just keeps pouring in the buckets. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. In the forward spots, it's Butler and Jovic. Duncan Robinson out there with Alec Burks. And it's Ware in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Timberwolves leading by 9. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And you see, don't you, Clark, the steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his 3rd season. With Edwards, the chance is there, if he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, that he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say perhaps the face of the league for several years to come.
And Edwards drops them both.
Well, they're doing really good work at the free throw line this half. I think that bodes well for their chances to close this game out.
Pass to Butler. Rebound, Minnesota. Now DiVincenzo. Now Alexander Walker. Outside Edwards. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Butler dishes to Robinson. Over Edwards. Hits the front of the rim and out. Timberwolves leading by 12. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Robinson against Edwards. Goes up from the top of the key. Buries the jump shot. That's 10 points for Robinson.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Reed with a screen on Butler. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. The shot's good from DiVincenzo.
Sweet shooting from DiVincenzo. Really comfortable getting that shot up quickly.
Robinson against Edwards. Right side, Butler. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
It was the exact same kind of offensive showcase for him in their last game, too. When it happens this often, that's not a pattern. That's a characteristic.
Minnesota making a switch here. Conley's checked in. Free throw, good Butler.
You know, if they want to come away with the dub, I think they just need to keep knocking down these free throws.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Minnesota. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And that one, good.
Encouraging signs for him after starting the game poorly. He's picked it up here in the second half.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Robinson against Edwards. From 18 feet away, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
No good on that one. So he comes up empty at the line.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Timberwolves leading by 8. Conley with it. Pass to Alexander Walker. The shot. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Conley's got 9 points here in the second half. The Heat trail by 10. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Butler against Conley. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Clark, the NBA has seen some iconic personal rivalries over the years. And I'm sure you remember most of them.
Yeah, I do, even those that I wasn't part of as a young basketball player growing up in Cleveland watching. But I read a lot about them, Wilt and Bill Russell, the Celtics and the Lakers and all of those great teams. Obviously, high school graduate of 1979, the Bird and Magic rivalry, easy answer for anybody around my age. And then you think about Isaiah Thomas, who was in my high school class, and then Michael Jordan. Those Pistons-Bulls rivalries were pretty intense and must-watch TV. So there have been a lot over the years.
And so he makes both from the line.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Robinson against Conley. Here's Alexander Walker. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. No good on the 3. The Heat trail by 8. Robinson passes to Butler. It's Butler. Gritty points from a gritty guy.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Timberwolves have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards, and it's Miami with the rebound. Ware's got 4 rebounds in this game. Butler, no good. Timberwolves leading by 6. DiVincenzo finds Edwards. Now here's Conley. Edwards passes to Conley from downtown, and Ware pulls it down. Ware's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Burks dishes to Butler. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Edwards got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Alexander Walker. Robinson for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 6th assist on the night.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Right side, Edwards. Conley with a wide open look, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them, and as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
Pass to Jovic. And the Heat, another 3.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Outside Edwards. And here is DiVincenzo. Burks covering. 5 to shoot. DiVincenzo finds Edwards. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. The Heat trail by 3. Pass to Burks. Again, the Heat good for 2. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. And here's Reed. Edwards with it. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Conley. Over Robinson. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Now, here's Burks. Defended by Alexander Walker. Here's Butler. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Minnesota's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Conley, a beautiful reverse layup. Conley's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Conley, so crafty with that left hand of his. The veteran knows his way around the hoop.
And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Outside Robinson. Butler on the wing. Over by Conley. Robinson a screen on Conley. Butler kicks to Robinson. Back to Butler. Lets it go. Robinson misses. Minnesota leading by 3. Here is Edwards. Pass to Alexander Walker. Lets it go from deep. That's in there. Conley with the assist. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
And Conley's so good at running the offense. Does a nice job hitting guys in their spots.
Miami's on 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. Or against Conley. Here's Jovic. And again, it's the Heat missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by DiVincenzo. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Randle comes in for Alexander Walker. And it's McDaniels in for Dante DiVincenzo. The Heat trail by 6. Richardson outside. Back to Rozier. Richardson outside. 3-pointer. Butler. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Randall's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Conley the pass to Edwards. Randall a screen on Rozier. Edwards kicks to Randall. Out to Edwards. Knocked away. Randall dishes to McDaniels. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up a 3. Randall no good. For Miami, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the 4th, exactly 50%. Hawkes can't hit. Timberwolves leading by 6. Conley with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. Conley's shot is off. The Heat shooting about 47% here in the 4th. Butler trying to end the drought. Julius Randle with the rebound. Minnesota shooting only 35% in the 4th quarter. The offense looking a little rickety. Rozier against Conley. It's to Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. Back to Gobert. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Big finish by Gobert, getting the hoop and going to the stripe.
Gobert, no good on that free throw. The Heat trail by 8. Here's Butler. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Julius Randle picks one up.
Well done that time by Butler. He's using the contact to get to the line, and he's an excellent foul shooter.
Drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7.
What I love about Jimmy Butler, there's a lot to like, but he brings it every night. His consistency and toughness and production, plays with passion, leads his team well. Love that throwback mentality of his.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
Rozier against Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Randle. Shoots over Hawkins. Buries the 20-footer.
Doesn't have the fastest release. Randle has to hit that one with the hand in his face.
The Heat trail by 8. Hawkins the pass to Butler. From 13, Butler with the bucket down low.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Minnesota shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Oh, here's Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Rozier. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Just 5 on the clock. He was all alone on that one. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
They just look sweeter falling from the corner, don't they, those threes? McDaniels more than serviceable from deep.
Butler against McDaniel. Butler attacking. Here's Adebayo. They shoot again and block the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. Rozier against Edwards. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Conley. A 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Conley's got the lead up to 12 now for the Timberwolves.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Pass to Edwards. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Mike, they were rolling, but you all responded. How did you do it?
Well, defensively, we just turned it up a notch. You know, those guys were in a comfort zone, but we did a good job of just locking back in defensively, getting back on the offensive end, and making extra passes, making extra plays.
That attention to detail showed in the win, man. Congrats again. Back to you.
All right, DA, thanks again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Rudy Gobert.